So much like other symptoms that men often associate with low T or assume that testosterone replacement is going to fix, sleep is a big one. Sleep is usually the one that is responsible for a lot of symptoms that we find detrimental to our life, or I should say, poor sleep or lack of sleep. And oftentimes men feel, well, if I can go on testosterone, a lot of these symptoms will go away. The problem is that it's not always, and more often than not, it is not your low testosterone that is ruining your sleep. It may be the lifestyle that you are leading as a result of the low testosterone, lack of exercise, lack of focus, lack of motivation, which leads you to not line up a schedule throughout your day, lack of caring about what's going on, letting your health go. Those are things that are directly related to having low levels of testosterone for elongated periods of time. The problem is that when you get on T and you expect within a couple of weeks for all of that to go away, you have to understand that you now have to do a lot of work to undo some of the damage, whether it be weight loss, whether it be starting an exercise program, whether it be changing your diet, whether it be eliminating various environmental stressors on a daily basis. Sleep is a very multifactorial aspect, and it is not a magic pill. It's not like you start testosterone and a week later you sleep like you did 20 years ago. The biggest tips I can give you in a short period of time to improve the quality of your sleep is, first and foremost, stop using electronics in bed right before you go to sleep. People bring their phones, their laptops, their iPads, and their televisions into their bedroom, and they usually fall asleep while using these devices. The light and the stimulant from the device and the information you're processing is going to prevent or inhibit your pineal gland from releasing melatonin. We need darkness or a level of calm levels of light, not a big light in our face. We need to not be processing politics and drama and world issues right before we're ready to fall asleep. You need relaxation. So eliminating those stimulants from your bedroom right before bed is going to be the best thing you can do initially, because that you could do immediately starting tonight. Changing your diet. Don't eat right before bed. If you're going to dinner at 8 p.m., coming home at 11:30 and flopping over, again, you're going to have a hard time sleeping. The heartburn, the indigestion, the burping, the processing of the food through your gastric system is not going to allow you to have a peaceful night's sleep. So I recommend at least 2 to 4 hours prior to actually getting into bed. Don't put anything in your mouth. If you want to sip some water, that's fine, but let your body kind of relax from that point forward. Don't go to sleep on a full stomach. If you're on the heavier side, and we see this in my clinic all the time, we do intakes and we tell guys they're a little heavy, and they say, "Oh, I'm not heavy. I'm perfect for I'm 5'8", 210." No, that is heavy. You need to, I hate to sound primitive, you need to go back to the BMI scale. I don't care if you're muscular or if you are, fatter from adipose tissue. Your body has to pump blood, and your body also has weight, pressure on your chest. If you sleep on your back and you have a larger chest, you can be 5% body fat with abs and a solid bodybuilder. You have weight and pressure on your diaphragm. Your body's going to struggle to breathe in an autonomous state when you're laying supine on your back. So you need to reduce the amount of mass if you really want good sleep. Bodybuilders have sleep apnea. Bodybuilders use CPAPs. If your neck is larger than, I like to use 17, 18 inches, the board's question, actually, I saw one come up that said, sleep apnea is higher risk in patients with X neck size. It was 16. So if your neck is above 16, according to, medical literature, you have a higher risk of sleep apnea. You may not wake up or remember that you woke up, but you're not going to be in REM sleep. So you're going to be exhausted the next day. These are just little things you can do. In terms of supplements, I love ZMA, zinc, magnesium, and aspartate. It's a 3-in-1. It really helps to relax, helps you to sleep before bed. I recommend 3 capsules for men, 2 for women every night before you go to bed. If you need a little melatonin, whether it be in tab form or sublingual, nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of things you could do to improve your sleep. Thinking that taking testosterone will do that for you is just a flawed thinking process. And, in the long term, testosterone is going to give you the ability and motivation to perhaps make the changes, such as exercise, weight loss, etc. But in and of itself, it's not going to improve your sleep a whole lot.